This is the process of sewing the straps to the main Rakusu. The first thing to do is to be careful which strap goes on the outside of the Rakusu and which strap goes toward the inside of the Rakusu. And the way it works is the straps are laying on top of each other. They've been sewn together, as we know, with this this piece, and the top strap, our neck would go in here where my hand is, and so I'm calling this the top strap. It's the one that's laying on top, that's showing. It goes to the inside, so it's the strap that is in here is laying on the bottom, and you see I've kept these pinned together just to keep them together. This one that's on the bottom ends up coming to the outside. So there's a lot of material here that's going to be sewn together, so I pin them in a way that's a little bit different. Rather than putting the pins through and the way we usually do, I've just put the pins straight through, perpendicular to all of the material, and just letting them come out on the back side straight. I do that because it's easy to skew the material here because there's so much material, and this has worked well for me. Before we have done that, you can see probably here that I've drawn a white line that's 4 centimeters, so that is a square. And then, since I have the picture here, after the pins are in place, you then baste the square into place with a contrasting thread that's easy to take out. In order that the basting doesn't twist or skew the straps as they're basted down, I've been putting the needle through, again, perpendicular to all the levels of the layers of the cloth, and then before pulling it out, I look on the back. I leave the needle halfway through the material, and then look on the back and make sure it's in a right place on the back, and then after I ascertain that it's in the right place, I've pulled it through. The important part is this edge, so that the strap, as it comes in nice and neat on this edge. So the strap's coming down and it's perpendicular, or goes flush with this edge, and then the line comes and meets at the top. That's for basting it in place. Now for the actual sewing, I've been beginning in one of these corners, and for me I begin in this corner because I sew in that direction typically. And you want to use thread that is doubled here. So I use a nice long piece of thread before it's doubled, so that I can sew all the way from here to here with the entire piece of thread. And I wax the thread, and of course since it's doubled, you put the needle into the middle, fold it over, tie the knot, and beginning in this corner, I put 3 stitches on top of each other. That anchors the corner. And then proceed with namuke butsu stitches across. Now I've put my basting in a way that it won't interfere with the namuke butsu stitches. And when I get right to here, which is the other edge of the one that I've started with. I put in 2 stitches here. Then I continue stitching over to here, put 2 stitches in this corner, then single stitches, namu-kei butsu stitches, till I get to the outside corner, and again repeat with 3 stitches in this outside corner. Now here's a finished sewing. In black on black, it's almost impossible to see where I've stitched those 2 down. And on the back, and that completes the sewing of the straps to the Rakusu.